Well, the Broncos get to 5-5. The Bills fall to 5-5. Um, real quick, Broncos kick a game-winning field goal. They miss.
Yep.
The Bills scramble to get on their field goal team, their field goal block team, and in the midst of that, they get too many men on the field. 5-yard penalty. Broncos get to re-kick, and they kick it and make it. Just leave your defense on the field. Like, it was a 20.
Mm-hmm.
They were on the 20-yard line, so it was a 30-yard field goal. Like, I mean,
Well, they probably wanted the best situation, the best probability to block the punt
but like,
or
how often
kick.
does that
But
happen?
exactly, yeah.
Especially in a rush situation, like.
And the offense is rushing just as much as the defense. And what happened? He missed the kick.
Yeah, but hey, you gave him another opportunity, made it closer, kicked it, won the game. Russell Wilson. I mean, the Broncos kind of have their identity, right? Play good defense, run the ball a lot, have Russell Wilson. He's not the focal point of this team.
Yep.
Forget what you paid him. Russell Wilson is to play efficiently, manage the clock. He had 190 yards, 2 touchdowns, made plays when he needed to, put the game and the defense in the running game's hands. On the flip side, Bills, it was all like Josh Allen has some good and some bad. We got a lot of bad Josh Allen. James Cook fumbled twice, one on the opening play, one late in the game, so that by the luck of the football gods, the ball bounced right back up into his hands. I mean, that's who the Bills are. Like, it's a flawed team.
Yeah, Josh Allen's still one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He's making a ton of mistakes this year, but it's all the root cause is that they ask way too much of him. They don't. Their offense is literally Josh Allen, go make a play, and with Stephon Diggs.
It literally looks like their offense is go play catch with Diggs.
Yeah,
and figure out the rest.
Yeah, and it's it's very vanilla. There's at least it looks like it to my eyes. There's no misdirection or it doesn't look like they're doing anything for Josh Allen to help open things up. They're just relying on his arm and his athleticism.
Yeah,
and they don't, even though they have a bunch of games this year with good rushing yards, but he has a lot to do with that. And a lot of his rush yards are scrambles. They're not like design runs, so they're not really setting up the run, or they're not really running the ball efficiently to me to set up the pass for Josh Allen.
I think the issue is they already put tons of pressure on Josh Allen, and then the defense got banged up, so defense isn't good anymore. So now there's even more pressure on him. So he's forcing and making turnover worthy plays.
And their 3 losses, their 4, well, not counting the Jets game because that was pretty much on the back of Josh Allen throwing 4 picks. But in the last 4 losses, they gave up 470 yards, 360 yards, 400 yards, and then they only gave up 300 yards last night to the Broncos, but the Broncos were efficient.
Yeah. And all this snowballed into now Ken Dorsey, their offensive coordinator, has been fired.
We called it.
And he's been replaced by...
we called it or we said it. It should happen.
I think we said it would happen if they lost.
Yeah.
He was replaced by Joe...
Their quarterback's coach.
Joe something. I'm drawing a blank.
I had it written down, but it's gone. Whatever.
But yeah, I just think at this point in the season, like there's nothing the Bills can do. Like, this is who you are. Your defense is hurt. A lot of those players aren't coming back, and it's too late to really add anybody. Bless you. I think, at the trade deadline, they were one of the teams that I thought Derrick Henry could have been a huge help. Like, I'm not saying change your whole offense to run the ball with Derrick Henry, but like just his presence in the
Set the tone.
backfield, he could have just
He sets the tone.
and just take pressure off of Josh Allen. Let the Josh Allen play free. They would actually. I don't know if they have a play action game.
They're running a lot more 2 tight end sets this year too, but like not the way they should be.
Yeah.
Like they're not running, like it's just still Josh Allen running around throwing the ball, which what is that good? What is that? Is 2 tight ends 12 or 11?
No, 12.
Yeah, so that's not the way you should be running out of that formation, and it's the same thing that they do every other play. So
yeah, so
bye Dorsey.
Yep. So long. I don't know if it's 100% his fault, but someone has to be a scapegoat. They're not going to blame their franchise quarterback, who's taken them as far as anyone else, farther than anyone else's in 20 plus years.
We did it last week. We ran through all the games, and you did the win losses. Did you give the Broncos a win or a loss? I think you said win.
I can't remember.
And they still at that point were only at like 8 or 9 wins by the rest of the season. So that was their schedule only gets harder. So
yeah,
big loss.
Yeah, AFC's
are in jeopardy.
I mean, the AFC's tough. If you're not gonna be able to keep up with the Dolphins, you're gonna be competing with the Steelers, Bengals, the Browns, maybe the Broncos now who have a tiebreaker over you, maybe the Raiders now who've turned it around. Well, that's probably it, but it's still not a cakewalk.